There's a mic on the piano right there.
We're not recording this yet. We're very hot, so we're hot a little bit. So the organ was designed by Tony. Who else designed the organ? Tony designed it. There's 1,000 pipes back there, by the way. Or right at 1,000 pipes back there. Even one of the stools here is from Billy Joel, who has worked with Tony and so forth and so forth. I do want to say, as we're getting ready to start, I'm glad, or when I say we're getting ready, we still have some more people coming in, have some good friends here, Linnea and Bernard. My last church 6 years ago was in Tampa, Florida area, and the organist that I had then was Linnea, and she has since then, they have both moved up here, and he's teaching physics down there, and now he's doing it up here in college, so forth. They're up here in I call it the Saratoga area, but in that area. They moved there 2 or 3 years ago. I've been to their home. And so when she first found out, when they were watching us on the internet a little bit or whatever, that the Newmans actually played here, I shared this with the congregation this morning, they thought, wow, you're here with Mary, Jane, and Tony Newman? Now, on the way out, if you walk in my office, you'll see I know more about baseball than I do about music, without a doubt. And so I said, well, who did he play for? Who did they play for? Anyway, since then, and I'm kidding about that, but they were, and not only that, but some other mutual friends who are great organists, him and his wife down in Tampa too. They've just been enamored with the fact that our little bitty church here knows the Newman. So I've got to know them both very, very well. And it's exactly 6 years and 2 weeks, I think, that I've been here. And not only that, everybody here is paid to hear the Newmans today. Tony, if you sneak in here sometimes in the middle of the week, you may hear Dr. Newman practicing 4 hours a day, 4 hours a day. And feel free to come in if you want. And if you can just walk up and be in the balcony. The church is never locked. You can always come use the bathroom and listen to Tony when he's playing as well. Let me see if the last ones are coming in. I don't think they're still in yet. I can still hear them out there. So we want to get them in. You can see this is the first one of a series. This is the Sanctuary series. And so forth. And Tony is involved in, looks like all of the ones that are coming up. Yeah. Some coming up and so forth like that. No, not quite. We want the rest of them to come on in here. So let me get this in here. Miss Ferguson. Are 3 or 4 are actually finishing the registration. Some of you know, if you live here, this is hard to believe. This church is hard to find. Even UPS drivers misdeliver packages because the way Main Street and Spring Street go, it's totally confusing and so forth. So as soon as they get in here, we're going to get ready to start. Mary Jane, I put water there for you, right? You're welcome. I think you're here. Let's see. Let me look in there one more time. Almost.
Sherry, you made it.
There's no telling. I know when I was in Central Texas, we were somehow got mixed in with the Baptist church, so sometimes they would be talking in on our services. I don't know where that one's coming from there, but
Sherry was nice enough to do a concert here a few weeks ago.
Yeah, in fact, Sherry Winston for those right here. Let me come to Sherry Winston, who is well known throughout the world also, and has done many, many concerts at White House and other places, and just recently did one here as well, and her band, which are tremendous. So, well, I'm still waiting for the last ones. We got new grandparents back here just in the last week. So, did they come in? Can you still see them out there? I don't want them to miss. Okay, we're good. With that introduction, welcome to the Newmans. Good to have you. I'm not going to give you.
I think I want a program first. Yes, that would be great. Thank you very much. This is a very unusual program because, of course, we have an excellent piano and an excellent organ. And so I thought we could do a mixture of different pieces, which could be Christmas works. Some are definitely Christmas pieces. And the first piece that we're playing is two preludes and fugues of Johann Sebastian Bach. Bach had a mixture of careers. He started as a brilliant young organist, like when he was 18 or so, with various church positions, and he wrote music for weddings and funerals and started writing cantatas when he was about in 1724. I don't know how old he would have been, 18 or something like that. And his career went to his very end of his life. And the last thing that we know about him is that on his deathbed, with one of his kids nearby, happened to have a piece of paper that had lines for music, and he had a pencil or paper and pencil, and Bach dictated on his deathbed a final chorale prelude. That's a true story, and it is often played with that in mind. So we're going to play at the beginning an early prelude and fugue, that's the one in F minor, and the big one in C major, which is very jolly and wonderfully robust and happy piece. So we'll play those for you now, if I can get my seat here. We're going to turn the
I'll turn the fans off.
Glukh, who was a student of Mendelssohn, was actually his copyist for a while, transcribed these pieces, a number of them, Preludes and Fugues of Bach, for piano, four hands. One summer when he was staying with Mozart, and Mozart's sister, who was a fine pianist, Mendelssohn's sister, who was also a fine pianist, was also staying there, and they didn't have a lot of music to play. And they were both tremendous fans of Bach. And so Glukh transcribed these Preludes and Fugues for Mendelssohn and his sister Fanny to play during the summer. So the provenance of these pieces is very significant, I think. So if you listen to them with that in mind. And another quick story about Mendelssohn and Bach. Mendelssohn was a tremendous fan of Bach's and played the music. He was a great organist, he was a great pianist, he was a great conductor, he was a great composer, and he was attributed much of his inspiration for music to the music of Bach. He was also a conductor in Leipzig, which was Bach's city, of the Gewandhaus Orchestra, and he gave the first performance of the B minor Mass. Now, the interesting story about, well, this isn't a musicology class, but the interesting story about the B minor Mass is that Mendelssohn's aunt had the hand copy of the B minor Mass. So Mendelssohn, as a very young child, was aware of this piece. It hadn't been performed. He gave the first performance in Leipzig since the death of Bach of this piece. And the reason that Mendelssohn's aunt had the B minor Mass was because Mendelssohn's great-granduncle was the, should I say it? Was referred to as the court Jew in the court of was the Frederick the Great. And yeah, Friedrich der Große. And so he bought the piece, the hand copy of the piece, from Wilhelm Friedmann Bach, who needed money at the time. And so that's how the B minor Mass, you know this story, I'm sure. This is how the B minor Mass survived, and how it ended up in the hands of Friedrich Mendelssohn. And Mendelssohn's great affection for Bach was based on his family's history, not only music. Interesting, I think.
we on? Yes. Okay. The next piece, we're going to skip a little bit around the program. The next piece is a piece that Bach transcribed from Vivaldi, and it is originally for various instruments, but we have trumpet solo on this particular piece, and we'll play it for you now. Organ. It's not an easy concert. The issue with this new piece is that it is on the Battle Hymn of the Republic, a tune which no one is sure wrote. Someone wrote it, and everybody knows it. It's one of the most well-known pieces. So I decided to write a tiny version of Bach's Goldberg Variations, so that if you know that piece, there are a series of canons at the unison, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. And so this piece incorporates small canons, about 6 bars each, and they're all played together. So there's number 1, and then the second version, the third one, fourth, fifth, sixth. So it sounds like a big piece. But they're all little snippets of what canons could be. And it's about 20 variations. And don't worry, it's not an hour long or anything. It's about 10 minutes.
You want a prize?
What?
Did you win a prize?
Oh, yes, excuse me. It says that in the program, doesn't it? Oh, okay. About that, the Finland Prize is every year, and it's an international prize, and it's judged by 6 people who give it a grade. I got a grade on the piece. And for that reason, I did the best as far as a grade was concerned, and so I won the so-called prize. So I'll play it for you now. copies that anybody wants after the show. Just ask me for it. 3. Okay.
Okay, I'll take one.
You can take one. You can play. All right. What's the next piece? Oh,
The suite.
that's not. Is that just the down here? The first here. Oh, okay. Yeah, piano. This is a piece in the style
Microphone.
that Leonard Bernstein used for.
Grab that microphone, will you?
Oh, sorry. Piece is written in the style that Leonard Bernstein used for 2 years, and then he abandoned it. It was a time when people were more into not quite tonal music, so I have taken what I think are the best parts of that and written a piece which is almost like a jazz piece, but it isn't quite that. And I'd be interested in your comments after the show. Tell me what you think. It's in the style of Bach, and it is the famous harmonic background for the third suite in D major, with a very famous tune, but I wrote another tune, so you should hear the harmony, and then let me know how you feel about it after the show. And this is how all quick music was written in the time of Bach. When it says that Bach played his cantata on Sunday, and then on Monday wrote the cantata for the next Sunday. How is that possible? You couldn't even copy out the piece in one day. It's for orchestra, etc. So that's how it was written. It was that a harmonic background, of which he had hundreds in his desk, would serve as the background for a composition, or at least a theme. And so that is what this piece is. You will notice that the tune is different but the harmony is the same. So I'll give it a shot. Okay, now the next thing is the Albinoni, right?
The next thing is...
Oh, okay, this is the Dandria. Excuse me. Now, this is an interesting concept, the Albinoni Concerto. Besides Haydn's great concerto in, I think, 1797, which was the first time the trumpet had been altered and could play any notes, the older trumpets could only play a few notes, like, and then a few chromatic notes like that. That was all. So the Albinoni Concerto was written for that kind of trumpet, and there's no question it's the finest trumpet concerto before the time of Franz Joseph Haydn. So we're going to play the first two movements of that, and then we're going to put, also by the composer, it says Albinoni, although one doubts whether Albinoni wrote all of this, the famous Adagio, of which you've all heard many times, and we have an arrangement. Are we doing it with piano?
Adagio?
The Adagio.
Adagio.
With the organ. Okay, the first two movements with piano, and then the Adagio with the organ.
say a couple. Does it work? Oh, here we go. Just wanted to say a couple things about this adagio. So this adagio, there was a musicologist by the name Remo Giazzotto, Italian musicologist, who was not only a musicologist, but a specialist in Albinoni's music. And he did a lot of rediscovering of Albinoni's works. And he sort of rediscovered this one, which he pretty much wrote himself. And this is one of the most famous compositions by Albinoni. So nowadays it's pretty much a worldwide consensus that this was indeed written by Remo Giazzotto. It's a beautiful piece of music.
Now, the finale to the concert are two very familiar Christmas carols. And I think we are doing, am I right, MJ? First three verses? Okay, first three verses. And okay, and the hymn numbers, just in case you want to sing along.
133.
133, O Come All Ye Faithful.
And 119 is Hark the Herald.
And are we starting with Hark the Herald? I thought we were.
We are starting with O Come All Ye Faithful.
Oh, come on. Okay, oh, come all ye faithful.
We're just doing this so you can hear my husband improvise on it.
I have it here.
Before we end, I just want to tell you a quick, sweet story about the variations on the Bach figured bass that Tony talked about that he had written. The beautiful piece that he wrote that you heard. He and I went to a concert at the Philharmonic, and the last piece played was a piece by Luciano Berio, who was a student, Tony was a student of his and followed him to the Juilliard School. And I couldn't stand the piece. I was just beside myself through the whole piece. And I was, scratching my hand, pulling on the seat, and we couldn't leave because, Tony felt that people might be there who knew that he was a student. So when we got out, I was talking endlessly about it on the way home. And 3 days later, it was my birthday. And Tony said to me, I wrote you a piece that won't make you squirm. And it was the piece that you heard tonight. So that was a gift. Right, Tony? So, unexaggerated.
First one is Hark the Herald.
Come on. Come on, faithful is first.
add one on the next one.
Okay. At home with the Newmans. Recognize Rachmaninoff III.
I have 3 copies. And a free lesson if you really want to try it. And thank you. Just let me say hello to everybody in Dubai and everything.
Yeah.
It's so nice to see you. We thought there would be fewer people, but it's a wonderful crowd. And I so appreciate your coming. And thank you again.
We wish you a happy Hanukkah if you celebrate Chag Sameach, and if you celebrate Christmas, we wish you a very merry and happy and joyous Christmas, and we won't see you before the New Year.
What about Festivus for the rest of us?
Yes, and we wish you a very happy, healthy, and sacred New Year.
So we thank you for coming. We thank those on live stream that did with us this past time. You'll be able to redo the concert and everything later today and from so on. People are over 500 are still going to Sherry's concert that was recently here as well. So you can recreate all of this. But thank you so much for coming. Especially we thank Mary Jane and Tony and thank you. Thank you so much for being here.